Palestinians in the occupied West Bank and Gaza are showing that they're increasingly in favor of a one-state solution with equal rights for Israelis and Palestinians alike and equal citizenship. Is that something you believe could happen, or is that something you support?
No, I don't. I mean, I think if that happens, then that would be the end of the state of Israel. And I support Israel's right to exist.
It's becoming abundantly clear that this two-state solution is not viable anymore. You know, the Israelis won't allow it because they don't want to give up any territory. At the same time, even from a logistical perspective, if I had the map up, I can show you guys, any two states would mean that either you have the West Bank and Gaza separate as Palestinian states that don't even connect to each other, or you have to have displacement of Israeli citizens living in what they describe it as Israel, and they wouldn't stand for that either. So why can't we just have a situation where everyone has equal rights? No. I have to maintain my ethno-supremacism over the land. Again, 20% of Israel's population are not even Jewish, but you still have to maintain a Jewish majority. So what kind of plans do you have to maintain a Jewish majority? Are you going to be sterilizing the population? Are you going to be finding ways to make sure they don't have enough kids? Are you going to try and have more kids than them? All the plans that involve you maintaining ethno-supremacism are things that we don't even want to consider because they're so dark. But people like Bernie Sanders are okay to accept that. Then you hear later on how the Palestinians are the ones that don't want peace and Hamas is the one that's rejectionist. Let's split up the land. You say no. Let's have one land where we all live. You say no. What option are you leaving? The option you're leaving is what's going on right now. Ethnic cleansing. And as much as Bernie Sanders is going to posture in the US Senate and he's going to release his resolutions, try and block bills, arms sales to Israel, and he's going to continually blame only Netanyahu for what's going on, he's exposed himself just there. You can see that the ethno-supremacist, racist project of Israel depends crucially on liberals like him, because his liberalism is let's have ethno-supremacy. Would he support the United States being a European country in its constitution? Of course not, because that would be discriminatory to people like him that consider themselves to be, I don't know, even some Jewish people consider themselves to be European, some don't, I don't know how they fall, but that would be quite clearly not in the spirit of a liberal democracy. It's incompatible with a liberal democracy. But again, Bernie Sanders only believes in liberal democracy in America. The Palestinian people, he can't hide his racism towards them because deep down, he doesn't actually think they should have equal rights in their historic homeland. So what you're going to have is a continuation of what's going on. And people like Benjamin Netanyahu and Ben Gvir and Smotrich, they love people like Bernie Sanders because people like Bernie Sanders are crucial to keeping that project going on in the West. You see, in the West, we love our